Thomas, good to see you. Today we are talking through 5 things to consider before relocating in retirement. Retirement offers an opportunity for new beginnings and adventures. Maybe that means moving to the beach, maybe the mountains, maybe it means moving closer to family. But before you move, you suggest you first consider number one, your cost of living.
Absolutely. It's so important. I live here in Denver, and I mean, the cost of living has just increased over the last 10 years. If you're thinking about relocating, it's important to think about what your income going to be in the near future and what's going to be like when you move. And if you're going to be able to deal with the increased costs of wherever
Mm,
you're living. There are some resources that are out there that you can leverage right now to get an idea of what that may look like. And as you can see, Aaron right now is kind of scrolling through a few of those different places. So definitely take a look online, reach out to us. We would be happy to kind of go through some of those costs with you in regards to relocation.
yeah, I got to make sure you don't run out of money in retirement.
Mhm.
Number two, healthcare access and quality, which becomes increasingly expensive and important as we age.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people think about that, especially as you age, wherever you want to live. Are you going to have access to hospitals or the type of care that you may need? Surprisingly, Minnesota was actually number one place in regards to accessibility for
Yeah.
hospital care and healthcare. Alaska being at the bottom of the list. Obviously, if you're living in a remote place, it's going to be kind of hard for you to get to, the facilities that you need to get to any event that there's an emergency or if there's some ongoing care needs.
hmm Number three, your social support network. If you move, you're probably leaving behind friends and support systems.
Absolutely. That's huge, right? That's kind of a quality of life deal. Do you want to go somewhere where you're isolated and you're remote, nobody can get to you? Just having friends and having access to people that keeps you healthy, right? It keeps you
Absolutely.
to live and to do things, and that part of our human sensibility is important, right? Having that communication.
Quality of life.
Mhm.
Next, of course, tax implications. There are a lot of reasons people retire to Florida.
Absolutely, it's huge, right? If you're living in a state where they have high state taxes, you have to pay federal taxes, estate taxes. In the event you pass away prematurely, you want to if you have a lot of assets, you might want to think about repositioning yourself long term and what type of implications that may look like if you move to a state that has those high taxes.
hmm And then last, of course, you need to consider climate and lifestyle preferences.
Right. I'm in Denver, and there's snow. It just snowed about 2 weeks ago, a week ago, rather,
hmm
right? And for myself, I would rather live in a beach, like next to a beach, right? When I retire. So I think that's important. Where do you want to live? What type of climate do you want to, live in? And are you willing to change? If it is a climate that has, 60% of the year is snow,
Right.
or if you're on a beach all day, so definitely consider that.
Right. Well, Thomas, thank you so much for walking through these variables with me. If somebody wants to crunch the numbers with you and see
Mhm.
if relocating makes sense for them, how can they reach you?
Yeah, definitely. You can go to my website, martinheritagegroupllc.com. You can give me a call, 651-503-6064. You can shoot me an email at info@martinheritagegroupllc.com. And then I'm on all social media platforms at Martin Heritage Group LLC.
Great. Thomas, thank you.
Thank you.